Well, Darius, first loss at home this season. Hard-fought game. Thoughts immediately after?
Don't want to be too harsh, but we got to be, one of the dumbest teams I don't know what to tell these guys to get them to understand that we can't take penalties. 2 5 minutes killed us tonight. We got a power play at the end there. Could have tied it up. Could have scored as many goals as we could have on that 5 because it was a match. And then we take a 5 and Billy D. We just can't do that stuff against this quality of a team.
You sat Billy D for a little while, it seemed, and he got back out on the floor. You trying to get through to him in that way, or are there other ways as well?
Obviously, me talking to him ain't gonna change him because I've been talking to him for 11 years. I'm sick of it. I ain't taking it anymore. The 5 was bad enough, but then you take the extra 2 on top of that. Just bad lacrosse.
You guys had some pretty good chances early. Do you think if you had been able to convert on some of those, the game would have been a little different?
Yeah. The third quarter, we come out of it 2-2, and we outshot them 16-6. We dominated the third quarter, and, this is the first game that I'll say Kaz has to make some saves for us. I don't know how many went between his legs, but, he's got to make some timely saves for us. And I think Rose had a pretty good game. And, we had some – I think we outchanced him. You go back and look at that tape, I think we outchanced him. But at the same time, we didn't get the timely saves that they got towards the end there.
Offensively, you guys look really strong, especially 5-on-5. It seemed like a lot of offensive loose balls were scooped today and a lot of good ball movement again.
Yeah, happy with the ball movement and stuff. We didn't shoot real well, and Rose had a pretty good game. So, we like that we create the chances and everything like that, but we got to be a little bit smarter with how we shoot. You don't want to go 5-hole against Rose. He's a steady rock goalie, and you need to shoot pipes on him. We shot too many times down the middle of the floor and made easy saves for him.
I know John Tavares says it's calf. What's his outlook for going forward?
We're going to be real careful with him. We want him to be 100% before we put him back in. So, once we get the full diagnosis and see how he feels on Tuesday night, then we'll make a decision for next weekend. And pretty much that's how it'll go until we're positive he's 100%.
Got to give you some confidence, though, that the offense didn't seem to lose a step like perhaps they have in previous years when JT was out.
Yeah, I'm real happy with the offense. We've been getting, production from all over the floor, and I thought we had chances all over the floor for different players. Aaron Wilson had a great game. He stepped up, had some huge goals for us. So it's really good to see other players step up. Dane had a tough shooting night. He had about 3 or 4 posts. But he's creating. As long as you're creating, the shots will go in sooner or later. So, I'm happy with the offense, but, defensively, 4-on-4. At the end there, Mark bails out and leaves Colin Doyle open in front of the net, and Colin Doyle scores a shorthanded goal late. Those are just bad lacrosse plays. It's a 4 against 5, and we let Colin Doyle step in and get a shot off. And whether Kaz should have made that shot or not doesn't matter. He should have never got that shot. And then Mark's, when he bailed out, he knows he did, and he did it 2 or 3 other times. At that moment in time, you got to be thinking we just have to hold them and then give our offense a chance. Our offense is creating chances. We're okay on offense. And, defensively, that's our problem. That we give up, first of all, how many power plays do they have? Power play goals, probably 5, 6. Take those off, take half those off the board, we win that game. And then you look at the chances that we gave them, not that they earned, that we gave them, take another 2 off the board. We win by 2 or 3. So, the good news is, that game was on us. I thought we outplayed them for a good amount of time, but at the same time, we just made too many mistakes mentally to overcome.
You had Suddens wearing the 8 tonight. Can you talk about his contribution both on and off the floor so far this year?
He's a great guy, very steady. He understands defense. He's a vet, and he's a calming influence. On the bench, he talks a lot and he encourages the guys and tries to keep it positive. So, real happy with what he's brought to the team so far.
A lot of resilience. Down 7-2, you guys make a game of it, and all day. The Rock literally had to hold on. You guys never made it easy for them, and they had to hold on throughout the whole game. Yeah,
like I told the guys, I'm proud of the effort. I'm not proud of the stupidity. We clean those little things up. We could hold teams 9, 10 goals a game, and then I'm pretty positive that we can win a lot of games. Holding teams to 9 or 10, but you start giving up 12, 13, 14, and now you got to outscore teams, and that's not what we've been about. not since I've been here, and I don't want to be about it now. You know, it's good that we got the 3 wins outscoring teams, but until we clean up the defensive end on the floor, we're going to be in trouble.
Billy D's obviously a veteran. Hayden's a rookie, taking that penalty late. What do you either say to him, or is he telling it to himself?
No, he gets the same treatment as Billy D. You know, I'm not going to allow him to get 11 years into his career and me saying the same thing to him. So, you know, I'm gonna start right now and tell him that's unacceptable. You have no time and situation. We had a power play there. There's no reason to go out there and be that aggressive. It's about control. Put him in a spot where we can double him. He never gets a shot off. Scott Evans is so out of shape, it's not even funny. And, you know, to go out there and try and cross-check and take the ball from him, just let him try and run around you. He can't. And he put himself in that position, and that's where I'm talking about we put ourselves in bad positions. They didn't do anything special to us. We did it to ourselves.
Did not having John Tavares on the bench, his leadership, did that hurt anything?
You know, obviously, anytime you don't have Johnny out there, it hurts. But at the same time, you know, I thought we did great on the bench. I thought we, showed a lot of resiliency, and we showed a lot of confidence in ourselves that we'd come back. But, you know, we just got to get out of our own way. We got to quit doing the things on the back end that are hurting us.